Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most mysterious creatures in all of folklore, a beast that has haunted our nightmares and soared through our fantasies for millennia. Imagine a colossal, scaly serpent, larger than any whale, with leathery wings capable of blotting out the sun. Its eyes burn like molten gold, and from its gaping maw, a torrent of blistering fire erupts, reducing all to ash. This is the dragon, a creature of immense power, terrifying beauty, and an enduring enigma that transcends cultures and centuries. From the smoky caves of our earliest ancestors to the pages of modern fantasy novels, dragons have held an undisputed throne in the realm of mythical beasts. They are depicted as guardians of untold treasures, bringers of devastating ruin, wise old sages, or primal forces of chaos. But what if I told you that perhaps, just perhaps, these terrifying titans weren't merely products of vivid imagination? What if the echoes of their roars, preserved in ancient myths and legends, were in fact distant memories of a time when such magnificent, fearsome creatures truly existed? For generations, we've dismissed dragons as fanciful fables, the stuff of children's stories and epic poems. Yet their presence is so pervasive, so deeply ingrained in our collective psyche, that one can't help but wonder if there's more to the myth than meets the eye. These colossal creatures, etched into the very bedrock of human storytelling, have once soared our skies or lurked in our deepest caves. Could the fear they inspired, the awe they commanded, have been born from genuine encounters rather than mere fabrication? Today, we embark on an epic quest, sifting through ancient lore, examining historical accounts, and consulting the latest scientific theories to peel back the layers of legend and ask the ultimate question: were dragons real? Or are they simply the most magnificent lie ever told? Join me as we venture into the heart of the dragon's tale, where the line between myth and reality blurs and the impossible suddenly seems plausible. The story of dragons isn't confined to a single culture or continent. It's a global tapestry woven with threads of awe and terror, stretching from the misty peaks of the Himalayas to the scorching sands of the Sahara. In ancient Mesopotamia, the Epic of Gilgamesh speaks of Huwawa, a monstrous guardian of the cedar forest, often depicted with serpentine features. Even more terrifying was Tiamat, the primordial saltwater goddess, described in the Enuma Elish as a colossal, venomous serpent or dragon, representing chaotic forces. The very foundations of creation, myths and the cradle of civilization feature these colossal reptilian beings. Moving westward, the ancient Greeks and Romans told tales of Dracon's asterisk, gigantic serpents often guarding sacred sites or treasures. The Lernaean Hydra, famously battled by Hercules, was a multi-headed beast with venomous breath, its heads regenerating when severed. Ladon, the hundred-headed dragon, guarded the golden apples in the garden of the Hesperides, his countless eyes never sleeping. These weren't just large snakes. They were powerful, intelligent, and often supernatural entities, inspiring both fear and respect. Norse mythology gave us Jörmungandr, the Midgard serpent, so immense that it encircled the entire world, its tail in its mouth. And then there's Fafnir, a dwarf transformed into a gold-hoarding, venom-breathing dragon, slain by the hero Sigurd, echoing the classic Western dragon archetype. But nowhere is the dragon more deeply revered and integrated into culture than in the East. In China, the long asterisk is a benevolent, wise, and powerful creature, often associated with water, rainfall, and imperial power. Unlike their fire-breathing Western counterparts, Chinese dragons rarely have wings but can fly, symbolizing good fortune and authority. Emperors claimed descent from them, and their images adorned palaces and temples. Across Asia, from Japan to Korea, Vietnam to India, similar serpentine or reptilian deities and spirits abound, often associated with water, fertility, and wisdom. The Indian asterisk Naga are semi-divine, half-human, half-cobra beings, sometimes depicted as true dragons, guarding treasures and wisdom. Even in the Christian tradition, the dragon appears, though often as a symbol of evil and the devil itself. The Book of Revelation depicts Satan as that ancient serpent, who is the devil and Satan, who leads the whole world astray. The legend of St. George and the dragon became a powerful allegory of good triumphing over evil, solidifying the dragon's image as a destructive force to be vanquished. What's striking is the sheer consistency of these accounts. Immense size, reptilian features, immense power, and often an association with treasure, wisdom, or destruction. Whether serpentine or winged, benevolent or malevolent, the dragon has permeated human consciousness like few other mythical creatures. Ancient texts describe them with such vivid detail that it begs the question: how could so many cultures, separated by vast oceans and continents, conjure such similar images from thin air? So if dragons were indeed real, what could they have been? This is where science steps in, offering fascinating, albeit speculative, explanations for the enduring myth. The most compelling scientific theory links the dragon legend directly to the discovery of dinosaur fossils. Imagine early humans, perhaps digging for minerals or building foundations, unearthing enormous petrified bones. These were not the bones of any known animal. They were gigantic, often strangely shaped, belonging to creatures far larger and more terrifying than anything alive. A long neck bone could become a serpent's body, a massive skull with sharp teeth, the head of a monstrous beast. Paleontologist Adrian Mayer has extensively explored how ancient peoples interpreted fossils, suggesting that many myths, including those of griffins, likely based on *Protoceratops* skulls, originated from these geological finds. The discovery of large theropod dinosaur skeletons, with their powerful legs, sharp claws, and formidable jaws, could easily have been woven into tales of land-dwelling dragons. Sauropod neck vertebrae might have suggested serpentine bodies, while the massive, leathery wings of pterosaurs, flying reptiles that coexisted with dinosaurs, could inspire the idea of winged, airborne monsters. While pterosaurs aren't dinosaurs, their fossil remains would have been equally bewildering and awe-inspiring to ancient observers. But what about fire-breathing? This is perhaps the most fantastical element, yet even here, some scientific what-ifs exist. Could a creature evolve a biological mechanism for generating fire? Highly improbable, but not entirely outside the realm of imagination. Some theories suggest a complex internal chemical process, perhaps involving the production of flammable gases like methane, a byproduct of digestion, like in cows stored in specialized sacs. Combined with a spark mechanism, perhaps a piezoelectric material in the mouth, like flint, or even bioluminescent bacteria that could ignite the gas upon expulsion. A form of fire-breathing could theoretically occur. Think of the bombardier beetle's defensive spray, which involves a highly exothermic chemical reaction. While scaling this up for a dragon is a colossal biological challenge, the asterisk concept isn't entirely alien to nature. The living dragon of today is, of course, the Komodo dragon. These real-life giants are apex predators, growing up to 10 feet long, possessing venomous saliva and a fearsome appearance. Encounters with these powerful reptiles, or even large crocodiles and pythons, could certainly have inspired stories of land-dwelling, aggressive dragons. Furthermore, the discovery of a type of methane-producing microorganism deep within caves could, theoretically, contribute to localized pockets of flammable gas that could be ignited by lightning or other natural phenomena, leading to rare, dramatic events attributed to a fire-breathing cave dweller. Scientists believe that while a true, fire-breathing flying dragon as described in myth is biologically impossible given known physics and biology, the asterisk elements of the myth are firmly rooted in real-world phenomena. Large, powerful reptiles, dinosaur fossils, and the human interpretation of natural wonders. The evidence suggests that the dragon myth is a magnificent mosaic, pieced together from fragments of reality, expertly crafted by human imagination. Given the scientific improbability of the mythical dragon as a single, unified species, modern sightings of true, fire-breathing, winged beasts are virtually non-existent and largely confined to hoaxes or misidentifications. However, the asterisk concept of large, unknown reptiles, especially flying ones, continues to fuel cryptid claims around the world, echoing the ancient dragon myths. One of the most frequently cited modern dragons are the so-called living pterosaurs. Reports from remote regions, particularly in Papua New Guinea and parts of Africa, describe flying creatures known as the ropen or kangamato. Eyewitnesses claim these are large, bat-like or bird-like creatures with leathery wings, long tails, and often toothy beaks, strikingly similar to pterosaurs like the Ramphorhynchus or pteranodon. While these sightings are often dismissed by mainstream science as misidentified bats, birds, or even large fruit bats, the consistency of the descriptions across different cultures and decades fuels the cryptid community's belief in relict populations of these ancient flying reptiles. Other reports of dragon-like creatures tend to be misidentifications of known animals. Large birds of prey, such as eagles or condors, soaring high can appear much larger than they are, their shadow resembling a colossal winged beast. Large snakes or crocodiles, particularly if seen at a distance or in poor light, might be exaggerated into dragon-like forms in the human mind, especially if one is already predisposed to believe in such creatures. In some cases, modern technology has even played a role in creating sightings. Unusual drone shapes, elaborate kites, or even projected images can briefly convince onlookers they've witnessed something extraordinary. Critical analysis of these modern encounters almost always points to either hoaxes, misidentification, or psychological phenomena like pareidolia, where the brain perceives familiar patterns, like a dragon's shape in ambiguous stimuli, like clouds or shadows. Sheer size and biological requirements for a fire-breathing, flying creature on Earth today would make it impossible to remain hidden. A creature of that magnitude would require an enormous food supply, leaving undeniable traces, not to mention a massive global population to maintain genetic diversity. But could these asterisks actually be real, extremely rare creatures surviving in uncharted territories? The scientific community overwhelmingly says no. While a small, relict population of a large, unknown reptile is not entirely impossible, think of the coelacanth, a living fossil fish. A true dragon defying all known biological constraints remains firmly in the realm of folklore. Modern encounters, though rare and often debunked, reveal a deep human desire to believe that these magnificent creatures might still grace our world. So, after our deep dive into the historical accounts, scientific theories, and modern claims, what's the final verdict on dragons? Are they real, extinct, or pure myth? From a purely biological standpoint, the classic fire-breathing winged dragon of Western lore is almost certainly a myth. The square cube law makes the flight of such a massive, heavy creature incredibly difficult, if not impossible, with known biological structures. The energy required to generate and expel fire, even chemically on that scale, stretches the bounds of biological plausibility. As for remaining hidden, a creature of that size would require an ecosystem vast enough to support it, making its continued evasion of human discovery highly improbable. However, dismissing dragons entirely as mere fiction would be to miss the profound truth embedded within the myth. Science suggests that while the mythical beast itself might not have soared through our skies, the asterisk elements that forged its legend are very much real. The sheer consistency and global presence of dragon myths across diverse, disconnected cultures are no mere coincidence. The most compelling theory suggests that dragons are a magnificent amalgamation of various real-world phenomena. 1. Dinosaur and pterosaur fossils. Early humans unearthing the colossal bones of ancient reptiles, interpreting them as the remains of monstrous, unknown creatures. 2. Large, dangerous reptiles. Asterisk encounters with formidable creatures like Komodo dragons, crocodiles, giant snakes, pythons, anacondas, and perhaps even now extinct giant monitor lizards, provided the base for the reptilian form and predatory nature. 3. Natural phenomena. Asterisk volcanic eruptions, natural gas flares, lightning strikes, or glowing cave-dwelling organisms could have inspired tales of fire or glowing eyes, leading to the fire-breathing aspect. 4. Human psychology. Asterisk the innate human fear of powerful predators, coupled with a boundless imagination, allowed these observations to be woven into epic narratives that personified chaos, danger, and primal power. Thus, while we can confidently say that Smaug or Falker never existed in their mythical forms, the asterisk idea asterisk of dragons, their enduring power in our stories, is profoundly real and rooted in ancient human experiences with a world far wilder and more mysterious than our own. The myth of the dragon is a testament to the power of human observation, fear, and creativity, a composite creature born from our earliest encounters with colossal fossils and formidable living reptiles, refined over millennia into the awe-inspiring beasts we know today. So what do you think, myth or reality? Are dragons merely figments of our imagination, or echoes of a truth long forgotten, whispers of an ancient world that still hold power over us? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my YouTube channel for more interesting videos.